I'll be the silver lining round your fence.
Alright. Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. Today I am joined with
TL.
TL. He's gonna help me in this ultimate guide to Warped Tour survival. Or really any music festival survival stuff. We're gonna jump right into it.
Here we go.
Okay, so the day before Warped Tour, what you should do. You want to start off with the first tip?
Yeah, well, number one tip is just drink lots and lots and lots of water. If you think you're hydrated, keep drinking. Because you know what? You can't have enough water going into the music festival.
Exactly. Also, make sure you're eating good food. I know it's tempting to go and eat Taco Bell because I do that all the time. But try and have balanced meals and, you know, good stuff that'll give you energy for the next day. Same with breakfast on the day of Warped Tour.
Absolutely. Get all those carbohydrates going.
Carbs.
But
this is the time you can splurge on your carbs.
The next thing you need to do is go ahead and take a look at the band list. It's going to be on Warped Tour's site. Go ahead and prioritize bands, because 9 times out of 10 when you're going to get to the festival, somebody's going to be playing at the same time. So, you know, just get up there and be like, alright, who do I want to see? You know, of Mice and Men, Mayday Parade, We're the In Crowd, The Wonder Years, whoever. Just make sure you have a nice little list going so that when you get in the gates you can figure out what you're going to do for the day and just go to it.
Exactly. Also, make sure that your phone is charged. I cannot stress this enough. Your phone must be charged. It's going to suck when you run out of battery and you can't find your friends.
Or the fact when you run into Tay Jardine and be like, hey, I want to take a selfie? No, it's dead!
Aww. Okay, so also what you're going to want to do is pack your bag the night before, have all the little travel size stuff and everything that we're going to get to later in your bag, ready to go so you can just wake up and get out the door.
Absolutely. The next thing I would say is make sure that you get plenty of sleep. I cannot stress enough, my first Warped Tour I went to, I stayed up all night and I ended up falling asleep in the amphitheater to, I think I set my friends on fire, so it wasn't much of a loss. And I woke up to like Jeffree Star or something and said, yeah, I gotta get out of here.
Exactly. Another thing, and I think this is our last thing, freeze water bottles. It's actually a really good idea. I don't know, the past
2 years they've been allowing you to bring in your own water bottle.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Well, every year it's been that I brought in 2 frozen water bottles and then 2 empty canteen water bottles. I don't know if they're just not strict in Houston, but
yeah, we kind of had, you know, like a Nazi kind of
really?
like security guards up in North Carolina.
Wow.
But as far as I know, the one like big rule is that you're allowed to definitely bring in at least 1 bottle of water. Make sure you do that. You have to make sure it's unsealed, which I mean you're going to want to do anyways because you're going to freeze it so it's going to expand. But you know, you need that water. You're going to pass out if you don't drink water.
Next is what to wear. It is hot. It is so hot, but it's also probably going to be raining. So my suggestion is to wear a bathing suit with a tank top maybe, or just a t-shirt. It doesn't really matter. As long as it's like lighter clothing. By that I mean like it's lighter in color. Shorts, I wouldn't suggest jean shorts because you're going to kind of like chafe and then it's going to ride up and it's going to be really uncomfortable. So running shorts, spandex, stuff like that. It's really comfortable and you can breathe. Also, just shoes. This goes for both guys and girls. Shoes, you can get dirty. You're going to get dirty. You're going to get mud. You're going to get dirt. Anything. It's going to be gross. So just be prepared for that.
And ladies, you know, one last thing is make sure you wear closed-toed shoes. I mean, that goes for guys too, but I know girls are more into, you know, wearing flip-flops and stuff like that. By all means, if you're not going to get, you know, in the crowd, if you're going to be like up on the Kia riser or in the back or something like that, go for it, you know, be comfortable. But if you're going to get in the pit, you're going to break toes.
Yeah, and if your toenails are going to fall off, it's going to grow.
Yeah. Alright, now guys, what I would suggest wearing is, first off, a hat. You know, it's sunny, it's going to be crazy. You know, we're gonna go from head down. You know, start at next, cheap sunglasses. Alright, I think I got these at Warped Tour like 2 or 3 years ago. I mean, they hold up, they're good, and you know, if I lose them, I lose them. It's no big deal, no money out of my pocket. I've seen too many people go and, you know, bust up Ray-Bans or Oakleys or something like that, and it's just not worth the money trying to go and get those fixed after Warped Tour. Next, I would suggest, you know, nice light shirt, definitely not a hoodie. And make sure, I would suggest, you know, a tank top or a sleeveless shirt, but, you know, by all means, you know, if you're, you know, bigger, you know, you don't want to show off all your body and stuff like that, don't do that. But I know a lot of guys just go shirtless at Warped Tour, which is, you know, no big deal, just bring suntan lotion. And as far as pants go, you can wear gym shorts, but I wouldn't suggest them. I'd wear, you know, something that has good pockets that you're going to be able to keep your phones and stuff like that in with all the movement. Definitely not, you know, sweatpants or jeans by all means. It's just that's hot. And, you know, like she said, shoes you don't mind getting dirty or messed up.
Yeah. So this kind of leads us into what not to wear. Number one thing?
Hoodies.
Hoodies.
First off.
Okay, yeah.
Just don't do that.
Then number two would be leggings. I've seen girls go in leggings. It just looks so uncomfortable. Yeah, it'll rip. You're gonna get hot. Ugh, bad idea all around. What else? We said flip-flops. No sandals. I mean, you can wear whatever you want. Yeah.
No studded belts. Those aren't allowed in the gates, and you don't want to have to run back to the car when all hell breaks loose trying to get into the gates.
Yeah. Also boots. That's a really bad idea.
It's just heavy.
Yeah, heavy and hot. You want to be light and comfortable, as comfortable as possible in 100-degree weather. So just be smart.
And again, just find something you don't mind getting messed up. Shirts will be ripped, pants will be ripped, everything, you know. Things are gonna get messed up. It's just how concert festivals are. You're surrounded in, you know, a parking lot or a dirt field or something like that. It's gonna get gross, it's gonna get sweaty. Just find something you don't mind getting messed up.
Exactly. Also, I forgot to mention this, dresses and skirts. Not really smart.
Guys
You're
are
gonna
handsy.
fly. Yeah, exactly. You put it in a nice way. Okay, so things that you should bring. Number one, sunscreen.
Yeah.
I cannot stress this enough. I'm not one to burn, but when it comes time for Warped Tour, burnt like a lobster if I don't wear sunscreen.
You see how pale I am. I need SPF 1000 to get me through the day.
Yep, just be smart.
Too many lobsters leaving the venue at night.
Exactly. Okay, so like the little travel things that would be most helpful, hand sanitizer, baby wipes, those little like travel size toilet paper things that you get at Walmart, because the porta potties, you'd never know if they're gonna have toilet paper or not, so just saying.
Yeah, you might luck out and have, you know, a decent venue that has big bathrooms, but still they're gonna be gross. You know, just get to where you can sanitize what you're gonna need to use at some point during the day, because nobody likes going into a gross bathroom.
Another tip would be cell phone USB chargers, like the portable ones that you charge overnight and then you take it. Those are a lifesaver.
Absolutely.
Yes. Alright, ladies, hair ties, bandanas. Well, bandanas for girls and guys, I guess. Well, I mean, even if you have long hair, hair ties are good. Also, a brush. It's kind of like a necessity. Well, for me it is, because I have really long hair. And throughout the day, you're going to be moving. If you're in the pit, your hair is going to go everywhere. It's always nice to just kind of brush it out so you're not leaving there with a big bird's nest of hair. Okay. Sharpies. Sharpies are always good to have because you never know who you're going to run into. Also have like a little notebook or something to, you know, get autographs if you're going to meet a bunch of people, or maybe if you just run into somebody randomly. It's always good to have.
Alright, the next thing you definitely need is a backpack, or just like a drawstring bag or something that you can carry stuff around. There are so many people giving away so much just random free stuff, you know, sunglasses, hats, bandanas, you know, wallets, lanyards, everything. It's great, but just make sure you have something to carry all that in, because you don't want to have, you know, pockets and pockets and pockets full of stuff.
So even if you don't like bring a drawstring backpack, I'm sure you can find one somewhere. Either someone is selling them, I wouldn't suggest buying one, but there's always tents giving out free stuff. I know, is it the Full Sail?
Full Sail might have stuff.
Full Sail always has free stuff, and I believe that they give out backpacks sometimes. So just go look around at all the merch booths.
Keep abreast.
Yeah.
Bring cash. Not everybody takes debit cards. As far as, you know, vendors and stuff like that, you're going to want to, if you didn't bring water, you're going to want to buy water or Powerade or something like that. And the little vendors out there aren't going to be able to take debit cards. So as far as, you know, bringing cash, just find you a decent amount, you know, set yourself a limit so you're not, you know, carrying too much cash, but, you know that you're going to want to go over and buy a merch,
just one.
You're going to want to go and buy merch for your favorite band, or you're going to want to get a Gatorade, or you're going to want to eat lunch or something like that. Just set yourself a nice little budget and bring enough cash to hold yourself over.
Alright, speaking of lunch, I forgot to say this. Bring a snack, just a small something, at least a small something to get you through the day. I usually bring a couple granola bars, but like I said, back in Houston, they're really not that strict, but I've heard in other places they don't allow you to really bring much of anything besides like one little pack of crackers or something. I don't know where I was going with that.
That's fine.
Time for pro tips. You can start it up.
Alright, first off, you know, get there, like I said, prioritize your bands, set up your schedule, and get out there and go have a good time. But one thing I would highly suggest is, you know, look around a little bit. There are a ton of bands playing on a ton of different stages. You're going to end up finding, you know, a different band that you like or something like that. For me, you know, I usually try to go over to like the Ernie Ball Battle of the Bands thing, because the people playing that are usually very, very little bands that are just loving the opportunity to jump on Warped Tour for a day. You know, just go out, make some new friends, make some new band connections, you know, do whatever you gotta do.
Yeah, and kind of snowballing off of that, if you go alone, don't be afraid to talk to people. I've gone alone 2 or 3 years now, and yeah, it sounds kind of sad, but actually that's been some of the most fun that I've had, because I got to meet so many new people and I wasn't, you know, worrying about who's where or when I have to meet somebody here. Just enjoy yourself. If you do go with friends, make sure you have a meetup spot. Usually I would suggest the medical tent. Also find that. Know where your medical tent is.
Yeah, I had a little scare back in 2010 where I didn't drink enough water and I ended up passing out and having to go to the medical tent. It's a very good spot. They give you free water. I'd suggest it. No, seriously,
Yeah.
don't do it.
Don't do it. Don't get mad. But yeah, know where it is.
Alright, well, this one's gonna be a little weird for you, but I personally buy unlubricated condoms to put my phone or anything like electronic that I don't want getting wet in. Yeah, you could buy, you know, plastic bags and stuff like that, but as far as a condom goes, you can still use your phone more or less than, you know, with a bag where it's just like, yeah. But
yeah.
It's kept my stuff dry. It's kept my dry.
Oh my god, okay. Also, if you don't want to go and buy condoms. Awkward, am I right, ladies?
Just get your mom to do it.
Yeah, just get, hey mom, any condoms for work? Okay, no, but seriously, I used to bring little sandwich baggies to put my phone in. Now, I didn't know about this tip, but thank you, TL. I'm probably going to do that, but I'm still going to bring plastic baggies because your keys, your wallet, whatever you need, if it starts to rain and your little cloth backpack is going to get rained on, I would suggest just throwing everything in there. And it makes everything easier and dry.
Snowballing on top of that, I will say bring garbage bag. Well, a garbage bag, one. Because, you know, it's one book bag, but it's gonna rain. I've been to 8 Warped Tours, it's rained at 4 of them. So, you know, it's just make sure you bake a cake. Bring something that'll keep water out of your stuff. You know, you don't want your new signed poster from Sleeping with Sirens or or the CDs you picked up from merch booths and stuff like that to get wet. Nobody wants that, you know. So just make sure you come and protect your stuff with a trash bag or some sort of bag or water repellent.
Or poncho. Yeah, water repellent. That's good.
Waterproof.
I would say to buy a schedule if you're like me and you don't want to sit there writing every single band down. Or download the app. It's really helpful. It gives you set times and everything. It has your little place to put in all the bands that you want to see, and it's just really helpful. And my last pro tip is, ladies, smartest thing I can tell you to do is keep your ID and cash in your bra. I can't tell you how many times my friends have lost their cash because it was in their pocket and they just pull their phone out real quick and then boom, it's gone. I mean, You got a bra, use it for multiple purposes. It's a good idea.
Alright. At most shows, you're going to be wanting to get to doors early so that you can be up in the front when your favorite band comes on. That's not necessarily the case at Warped Tour. At Warped Tour, the doors are going to open up around 11:30, but the first bands won't really go on until 12:30. Everybody mad rushes in, there's plenty of stages, and everybody's around just trying to get free stuff. So, you know, you don't need to get there at 8 a.m. If you want to get there at 8 a.m., that's okay, because there are all sorts of things that go on before doors. There are usually a couple bands that'll play before doors, and then every now and again you get people who come outside and ask for volunteers in exchange for like backstage passes and stuff like that. I would highly suggest doing it. It's fun times. I've done it before, and I ended up getting to see All Time Low from backstage, so that was kind of cool. But be sure to bring canned foods, because with canned foods you can, I think it's 3 canned foods, you can get in 15 minutes early, and that's always a perk.
Or an old cell phone.
Absolutely. And help out Feed Our Children Now, because they're a really great donation with a really good cause. Before doors, you're going to be sitting out there, and there's going to be plenty of bands that are going to come by and ask you to listen to their music. Do it. Support the local acts, but don't go and spend all your money right there before doors. By all means, you know, if you like the band, go for it. You know, they deserve it. They're out here working their butts off in the heat trying to get their band out there. But if you think you kind of like the band and you might want to pick it up, don't do it. Just say, you know, hey, are you going to be out here afterwards, or are you going to be inside at doors or something like that. I've done it where I loved a band before doors, but I knew that I had only a little bit of money to make sure that I could get water and stuff like that. Just find them afterwards. They're usually out just walking around and all sorts of good stuff, and support your local bands, because literally that's one of the big reasons about Warped Tour. It really launches bands' careers.
Yeah. Support is good. Support is great. Support makes the world go round.
When you get in there, it's going to be very tempting to jump around, push around, stuff like that. By all means, do it. But don't hit girls, bro. That's one of the worst things I see out there, is bigger dudes swinging at girls or something like that. Don't be that dick. Alright? Get out there, have fun. If somebody falls, pick them back up. If a crowd surfer goes over top, lift them up, push them on forward. You know, be a good guy, because it comes around in the end. Lastly
is makeup. I am probably going to do a whole other makeup tutorial for, you know, music festivals specifically, because I know it gets hot. You want light coverage and all this. This is for the ladies. I mean, if you're a guy and you want to watch my music video, if you're a guy and you want to watch my makeup tutorial, cool. But I will keep everybody updated. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you to TL for coming and
glad to be here,
helping out. All my links are going to be below. The link to the blog post is going to be below, because we probably missed a couple things. And everything's going to be on there. Feel free to contact me with any questions. And thank you for watching. Subscribe. Bye.
The day of the festival. Hardcore dancing. You get so much free shit at Warped Tour.
Free stuff everywhere.
Ooh, can I cuss? Is that bad?
No, you can go.
Oh, bands are probably going to go on around 12:30.
I remember what I was going to say.
She's got her chain up now.
Oh, say something.
Thanks again to TL for gracing us with his presence.
Longest video.